Well, howdy, folks. Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. We have a great comment to go over today. This is a comment on a video I did, and I'll pop a link up to it here, talking about differences between what I call exotic salts, so like your pink Himalayan salt or your Celtic sea salt, and like common table salt or iodized salt. All right? So their comment starts with, "This is nonsense. On that, we agree." Pretty much everything that I say can be considered nonsense, so you're spot on there. There are trace minerals that are in really infinitesimally small amounts. So one of the differences, and please watch the video, but one of the differences is your exotic salts can contain more trace minerals and trace minerals, whereas your iodized salt, which iodine is a trace mineral, but the iodine is added. It's fortified with iodine, but the other minerals have been removed, which is one of the reasons why it's white in color. And so what they're saying is that the trace minerals are in very, very small amounts. So it's really not of any nutritional value. And I agree. Well, first of all, that's why they're called trace minerals, because we don't need a lot of them. You mentioned iodine, and we're going to talk more about iodine here in a little bit. But I believe for an average healthy adult needs about 150 micrograms of iodine per day, so not that much. Now, in terms of salt, I would not ever give, and I don't give medical advice on this podcast, I never would, but if somebody asked me like, "Hey, what do you recommend as a source of iodine?" I would never tell them consume iodized salt as your sole source of iodine. It is a trace mineral that we need, so nature provides sources of iodine for us already. So if you have like shrimp, for example, contains iodine. If you're on the plant-based side or vegan side, seaweed contains iodine. I've had seaweed before. It's very salty and it tastes pretty good. It's not bad. That contains iodine. Other sources of iodine are dairy, so like your milk, yogurt, cheese, eggs. I love all the above. So the point of it is, yes, the salts, the exotic salts contain very small amounts of trace minerals, but we don't need that much trace minerals. Again, hence the name trace minerals. But there are other sources of food that we can get iodine from. So instead of eating a lot of iodized salt, eat other foods. Eat a wide variety of foods and make sure you get all your trace minerals. So that's my reply to that. But I do agree with you. It is in very small amounts. Also, iodized salt is necessary. Without it, people would have goiters and hypothyroidism. Yes, they are correct. Iodine is necessary for proper thyroid function. And so you get a goiter, it's like your thyroid expands because it's trying to get more iodine. It's trying to get it from somewhere. So it expands. I'm sure you can look it up online. You'll see these people with these huge growths in their neck. That's the thyroid. That's called a goiter as it expands because there's no iodine. All right. Well, it goes back to the first point. Sure, absolutely. You can get iodine from iodized salt. That's the point of it. They spray potassium iodide on the salt in order to fortify it with iodine. But it goes back to the first point. There are also other foods. I mean, from the plant-based side, if you don't eat meat, or from milk, dairy products, eggs, meat, that contain iodine. So if you're eating a wide variety of foods, there's no reason why you're not getting enough iodine already. But yeah, I don't have a problem with salt. If adding iodized salt helps you get your iodine, go for it. But you don't have to have salt in order to avoid goiters. That's the point there. And last, but definitely not least, you don't know what you are talking about at all. Yes, I agree with you there. Pretty much all the time, I really don't know what the hell I'm talking about. That's why I put on here that I am not a medical professional, to please consult with a medical professional if you want to anything regarding your individual healthcare. If you want to change your diet, you want to start something new, add a supplement, remove a supplement, add a medication, remove a medication. I am not the medical professional source for that. All right. I just enjoy reading this stuff and then conveying what I learned to you all. So hopefully we both can learn something. So I agree. So this was a disagreement comment. Or comments were disagree with me, but we agreed pretty much about on everything there. So I appreciate the comment greatly. Again, I really, really love the disagreements because we both learned something. Hopefully, at least I think I learned something. I hope you learned something. Keep them coming. Please like, subscribe, comment, share, whatever. Thank you again for watching and or listening. Until next time, just a pinch of salt. Like, what is it the salt do that does this? Just a pinch of salt is all it's needed, folks. All right. Have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.